Well, hello, it's Colonel Cliff Serene, and I have no news to tell you about my work as a man in black. The extraterrestrials are very busy, and I don't have anything to tell you. But I was going to update some of you who have been following incessant calls for removal of various people from positions of power. And these are a lot of interesting things because if you really understood the way the world runs, you'd never bother worrying about individual people and putting them in power or taking them out of power. The way things really operate on this planet is underwhelming because we, as a collective consciousness, run the planet. How does that mean? Well, it means that we are like bees and we have a hive mind. And the hive mind is what decides what's going to happen. And the hive mind puts different people in so called positions of power and so called positions of average man on the street. However, what transpires is not due to individual brains. No, it's totally incorrect. What happens is the hive mind runs every individual person on the planet, tells them what to say, tells them how to react, all their facial expressions. Everything is done by the collective hive mind. What is the agenda of our collective hive mind? What about, extraterrestrials? Are they run by the hive mind? No, they're run by their own hive mind. Is there a great hive mind that we all belong to? Like Galactica or something? Yes, there is. So even even the universe, there's higher and higher levels of hive minds, and they're all organized, and some of them are even synchronized. So if you find yourself getting terribly upset about politicians or various good actors or bad actors, I always want you to remember that they're being run by a collective mind. What is the agenda of all of these hive minds? Some are synchronized. Are they trying to get all of them synchronized? Some might be, some might not be. Why wouldn't they? Most likely because the hive mind that is running this particular body-mind unit, known as Colonel Cliff Serene, is not really willing to tell you anything more than what I've told you before. Someone wants to know about Pindar. Is he on a hive mind? Yes. Is he on the same hive mind as Colonel Cliff Serene? Yes. And do we also have a hive mind on planet Draco that we are related to? No. Yes. Why? Well, most likely because we're a hybrid. Pindar and Colonel Serene are a hybrid being, and we come from two different hive minds, one from planet Draconis and one from planet Earth. And as a hybrid, we use the same body from time to time. And when we do, Generally speaking, it's a never-ending war between two different hive minds as to what is going to be said and what is going to be done. How does that make this body-mind work? Pretty much it's in a tug of war. Who's got a stronger hive mind? Pretty much planet Draconis, because it's a more elegant way of running things. It's run based upon, generally speaking, a reptilian mind. Why is a reptilian mind better than a human mammalian mind? Because it's more elegant. Elegance in, it's not really in like romance or movie star. It comes from biology. Elegance means it's not complicated. You look at it and you say, it works, and it works fabulously well. Why would a reptilian mind be elegant and a mammalian human mind? Because the reptilians are currently talking through the mind here, and they want it to come out that they're better. The human mind has stepped out so that the reptilians can have their day in the spotlight. When the humans come back in, maybe in about 50 million years, the reptilians are going to see, the problem is a reptilian never steps out. A reptilian is always there. How do they get rid of a mammalian mind? Well, mammalian minds were built on top of reptilian minds. If you look at the human brain, you will see that it has a reptilian mind, and then it has add-ons, additional parts of the brain that we call, mammalian and human. But humans have a reptilian mind. So does it mean that we're more evolved as humans? Biology says so. But a reptilian mind doesn't go for that. Why? Because it doesn't recognize the other brains in a human. It doesn't recognize them. As far as it's concerned, it's a reptilian, and that's all it does. So how does a human organize itself on top of having a reptilian brain and mind? It is interesting to note that we have unlimited powers. That is, as a human, we have, generally speaking, a lot of reptilian in us, and we have similarities to other kinds of animals, and we're pretty much a conglomerate mind. So if you really want to figure it out, you are also a reptilian. And your reptilian comes out maybe when you're very hungry or you're very thirsty. Or when you find yourself in a fight or flight situation. That's when your reptilian mind is in control of you, because a reptilian mind is really good at survival. What's the point of having mammalian minds added on? Well, because it's just what happened. When does the mammalian mind work? Well, if the conglomerate brain doesn't detect any threats, it's not hungry, it's not thirsty, that's pretty much when the reptilian mind is calm. then the other brains can do what they do. I don't know how else to explain it to you, but if you're interested in really understanding, just go on the internet and look at the human brain and look at the labels of it. And you can check out different parts of the brain, and you'll see that parts are known for, whatever the scientific name is. But usually, if you go into detail, you'll see sometimes it's called, different parts are called different things. And some parts are called reptilian brain. Now, as for the hive mind of reptilians, does it go through that? Yes. So does it coordinate reptilians all together? No, it doesn't. Because reptiles don't work in packs. But if you remember Jurassic Park, that movie, they had velociraptors, which were very evolved reptilians back in the days of the dinosaurs. And those ones were shown work in packs, like a wolf pack. So what does it mean? It means that potentially our reptilian brains can work together with other reptilians, just like velociraptors. And then what would it look like? Go back and watch Jurassic Park. Make sure you get the one that's got velociraptors in it. They pretty much act like they act like a pack of wolves. Can humans act through their reptilian brain together on a hunt? It's pretty much human history. How about humans using their mammalian brain, or the frontal cortex up here that humans have? Does that help for hunting? No. Why? Because these parts of the brain are more involved with nothing to do with hunting. They have everything to do with abstract thinking. What's abstract thinking? Velociraptors together are good like a wolf pack at hunting, but they're never going to make a computer. Computers are based upon humans' abilities to do abstract reasoning. Velociraptors are never going to understand themselves. Neither are wolf packs. But humans are very good at studying things. If you've enjoyed my video, please subscribe and share me out. I'm Colonel Cliff Serene, and this has been your lecture on all of this stuff.